Hello there, my name is Retro. The first time you see my channel, I used to review cartoon series and anime series. So what's up, Copy Random, and today we'd like to talk about the new original animated film from Netflix called SEAL Team. And to describe this old movie, it's basically every single trope from the 80s sort of action films like the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, that we have a team, we're so macho, we can stop this, nobody can defeat us, and the bad guy is just so over exaggerated, a little cheesy. You know, you've seen those films, that's formulaic, but they have this sort of funness to it. And SEAL Team takes that same premise, make it to the animated film, and make the team basically SEALs. They actually took the title of the whole movie quite literally seriously, SEAL Team or Scene Team or whatever you call it. But this film, it's just so much fun. It's a film that doesn't really ask you to really think about it. Just enjoy all the glorious, especially how they decided to do the CGI kind of like Dragon Prince or Marmoritis, that sort of kind of slow, stuttering kind of feel, but done right, because that's sort of hard to do. You can easily be distracted if you don't do it right. Lucky for us, this film knows how to do that correctly. Now, our main lead, Quinn, his story is basically his best friend, him looking for fish to meet this shark called Grind, if I'm correct, and this character is basically the main villain of the whole movie, and I have to say he did a good job. He was not a lot in the film, but every single time he's there, he's very threatened, especially how the voice actor voiced him, that sort of intimidation. You know he's in charge, he knows he can eat you, and that's, I think, the best strength of this character. They tried to make it a little bit crazy, but once more, you don't have enough time. You understand how he worked, how dangerous, but never given a full crazy personality, maybe because they want him to be intimidated the whole film, but at the very end, it worked pretty well. Now, Quinn looking for someone to train him because the evil shark is his best friend. Now he wants vengeance, but in the end he needs someone to train him to understand how to stop him. That's when you meet a new character called Swagger, that he's basically every single old man who trained this young man to basically become the perfectionist murder machine. And once more, you've seen every single kind of 80s action film. You know where this goes. You build a team, a bunch of crazy weirdos, we can do this and take down the evil shark. But the shark is sort of smart enough because, you know what, we do the same thing. I make my own team, your team versus our team, let's go crazy and murder spree. But once more, it's just sort of kind of fun. It's sort of, I want to say, self-aware enough to understand that not to take it so serious, but I love it. It's sort of kind of give that sort of tribute of the 80s, but tribute sort of the 80s anime, because they have moments that I feel anime kind of moments that only works in the 80s. Yeah, that's the thing I kind of draw my attention. They do explore some 80s anime sort of expression, because some of the expression, some of the things they do is straight from the 80s anime genre and does so well. You also, each single character is just so likable, so interesting. None of them feel sort of kind of one-noted. They do have a personality. All of them drum together by point for a reason, because they all want to stop the shark. But once more, this sort of funness, sort of kind of reality, but a little bit they go extra step, make Quinn sort of understandable, a very likable guy, because in the very end he doing this because he's his friend, but a little bit he has that sort of guilt. You understand why he trying to do this, because you do have time with him and his friend, how close they actually are. They were, I like to say, kind of like brothers, and you feel for him. He lost his best friend, he wants to take vengeance, but a little bit his sort of mentor trying to describe, you have to be sort of careful about that can easily destroy you if you don't let it go. And I love that sort of bond relationship to master and student, understanding each other, the things we're gonna do, kind of crazy, but you just go with it. Especially that sort of 80s sort of font songs. I mean, this whole movie is basically the essence of the 80s. Yeah, just enjoy. It's so fun, ridiculous. Now, any complaints about this film? I have to say it's maybe a little bit too long. I think you should get rid of these 10 minutes long just to make a stronger story. But once more, it's basically the 80s. You see, in the 80s film, some of them are a tad long, tad convoluted, but I think they did that on purpose to sort of give that tribute to the 80s. But at the very end, you have a good time. The only problem maybe you have is depends of your sort of sense of humor. Maybe you don't like that sort of comedy, maybe you don't. I still recommend it. At least watch. It's about 10 minutes long. And if you don't like 10 minutes, just turn it off. But besides this movie is just so much fun and dumb. Now, I had recommended. Now, I have one question. Do you like this film? Do you like all the characters? Do you like how 80s really is? Tell me down below. Let me know. I really got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.